What's up, guys, and welcome to Just the Tip, another Friday adventure for you. I'm Josh.
And I'm fucking pissed.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm pissed. This doesn't taste anything like Jenna Ortega.
Nothing?
Nothing. It does not taste like her at all. I am highly upset. I thought, buying this with the representation of her on here, it would taste some semblance of her, and it doesn't.
Nothing.
Mad. I might open a lawsuit. I might have to sue somebody.
It's 2024. You're welcome to.
Yeah. Quit putting shit on cereal that it doesn't taste like, especially when you're like stoked about some Jenna Ortega on a box. So, yeah, there it is.
Guys, today we've got a few different topics to go over with you. If it's your first time joining Just the Tip, this is a podcast where we go through and cover random happenings that are going on throughout the world. Recently, it's been a lot of politics because that is what is going on in the world. And we're here to cover not from any kind of a perspective as far as left or right, but having an open mind, and we'll hope you will join us as well. So we're going to share the screen with you and roll right into this. So the first piece, and I'm going to hand this over to King before we show the video, but the first piece are the current happenings with legal threats from Tim Pool. So let's get this over here. Want me to roll the video?
Yeah, roll the video. Let it ride, and then we'll pick it apart, I suppose.
Should Democrats be in jail? No question. When Donald Trump gets elected, should he start locking them up? No question. Should there be lists of Democrats that need to go to jail? 100%. The reason for that is they committed crimes.
Wait a second. Tim Pool is taking legal action against Kamala Harris and her campaign for falsely accusing Tim to be a Trump operative? Also, they're putting Tim's life in danger. I hope he wins this lawsuit.
He seemed a little sarcastic.
Yeah, he did.
Deputy Attorney General, head of the CIA and the FBI. Cash Patel would be fantastic. We can have for Attorney General, there's some names floating around. And then they can start having their investigators and the feds issuing subpoenas, pulling up evidence, and with real evidence, bring them to judges for warrants. Then these people can spend 3 years of their lives fighting tooth and nail for the crime against the government for crimes they committed, and we can prove. And the reason why we put them on trial is that we can show the whole world we will uncover what you've done, make sure everyone knows, and you will be held accountable for it.
Yeah.
All right, so some context.
So, that ties in with all 6 classes of Warhammer, which I can't imagine why that was there. Anyway, no, he had recently filed suit against Kamala Harris because of something that had happened. So, like defamation or whatever.
Yep.
And then what soon followed was whenever you kind of challenge the powers that be, they find a way to slander you and make it look like you're the one, like they gaslight the public and you're the one. But everything that he said there, 1,000% true.
Yeah.
And that could go for Republicans too, because a lot of them, that Congress seats a lot of criminals in there. Like probably the biggest housing of criminals. It's just different when they
Lifelong.
do it. It's different when they do it because they can use your tax-paying money against you and, send state goons to, do their bidding. But no, he filed a suit against Kamala Harris, and when he was saying all that, I guess something, I'm not completely privy to everything, but basically him and somebody else, but that people were aiming and threatening or whatever. And so then Kamala Harris, not so much Kamala Harris, somebody else responded by associating him with Russian collusion and all that shit. We haven't heard this before with the orange guy, but yeah, there's the next tab over has a little bit of a verbiage on that. Nope, that's not it.
That was not.
Right-wing influencer like Tim Pool allegedly paid by Kremlin influence campaign. First and foremost, he's not right-wing. Not at all. Anybody that's not lockstep ties by libertarian, I don't agree. Common sense and logical on a lot of things. He's a very smart man.
So he has his own podcast.
Yeah, and he's got a lot of fucking viewers. So that picked up some steam, and now all of a sudden this is coming his way.
Yep.
So if you want to read anything about that, I
Let's
can't
scroll down through. So, and this does seem very typical because as soon as you have somebody that goes against your agenda, let's see who can scream louder to either defamate or, you know, just detract from whatever would be happening. The U.S. Justice Department revealed a Russian influence campaign and charged two employees with 2 counts of conspiracy and unsealed indictment on Wednesday. According to the indictment, 2 employees of the Kremlin-run company RT spent $10 million on right-wing media personalities and poisoning the well of American discourse. The 2 Russians, I'm not going to try to say their name, funneled money to a Tennessee-based company to get the job done. The indictment doesn't name the company or the media personalities it hired, but it's not hard to use clues in the court documents to figure out everybody involved. The unsealed indictment quotes the company description of itself on its own website as network of heterodox commentators that focus on Western political and cultural issues. Where does Tim come in here? Right here. According to the indictment, Poole and the rest were making decent monies churning out content for the site. In 2022, Tenet went looking for people to face the operation for the right candidate. Were willing to pay around $1 or $2 million, they said, according to court records. That's a lot of cash for videos that would go on to routinely net under 10,000 views. That is completely true. Why would you spend that much money if you're only going to get routinely 10,000 views?
Yeah. No, he's got a daily show, daily podcast. Probably
10,000 is a great number, though.
Yeah, yeah. And
charge you with any kind of charge just to disrupt your life, to make you lose standing. And in 48 hours, I'm going to get rid of that because of...
Yeah, that's paraphrasing, but yeah, that's what she said. See if you can find it. Good luck with these algorithms and suppression. Ooh, is that it?
Yep.
The power I have as a prosecutor.
Oh, it's a different video, but...
Swipe of my pen, I can charge someone with a misdemeanor, the lowest level offense possible. And by virtue of that swipe of my pen, you will have to go to a courthouse and stand in line. You will have to come out of pocket and hire an attorney. You may get arrested for a few hours. You will be embarrassed in your community. You will miss time from coming onto the Google campus. All because with the swipe of my pen, I've tried to charge you with a crime, which I may choose to dismiss 2 weeks later.
So I'm going to pause this right here because that is not the clip that I watched. She has said this verbatim twice because she says it in a much different fashion, says it slower, and it's a different backdrop. So she's actually used this and talked about it and bragged about it more than twice, at least twice, publicly.
Yeah. Well, so she's not freestyling. This is actually how she thinks.
Yeah.
That right there.
Yeah.
You're like, you cut off the fucking pipeline for...
Eggs are $3.26 a carton.
Right. Like, I'm not saying that... Like, even the housing market is ridiculous right now. And I don't ever see that being fixed simply because... Do you see a landlord... Oh, dropped my toy. Do you see a landlord who's used to getting $1,000 for a 2-bedroom fucking slum apartment on a lower E? They're going to come back and, you know what? I'd rather you pay me $800. We're good. Or I'd rather you pay me $600. Like, where it's more affordable. Because, like, that has gotten out of fucking control.
Yep.
And people are actually going to vote for that.
Well, and I piggybacking that, I actually just read something about the housing market that they said by estimating 2035 that 80% of homes will be owned by 20% of people.
Yeah.
And that renting is going to be continually growing because the house market's becoming harder and harder to even afford something, and rent is just as unaffordable now.
Yeah, you're paying someone else's mortgage,
if not more, because generally you're paying 1.5 or 10% of whatever the overall cost of the house was. So it was $110,000. So I'm going to charge $1,100 a month.
Yeah,
a month. So literally, you could have that paid off super fast with that business model.
Yeah, and it's not going to go backwards. I mean, I don't even know that it would go backwards with Trump, but it definitely won't with them. It's
No.
going to progressively get worse.
Yep. Well, they said the housing market, with people sitting around waiting for it to crash or waiting for it to change, it's not going to. It might stagnate, meaning that the rates are going to stay this, or you might see rates drop. But the new level of housing, as far as cost, I had a home in South Carolina that my one of my best friends owned. Bought it for 110 right before COVID. Last year sold it for 350.
Oh yeah, easy. It's a seller's market right now.
Yep.
The seller's market, but like,
Yep.
there's no. If you think about it, like, and this always goes with, and I'm probably going to make this into a shirt with my newfound app on my iPad.
Heck yeah.
Policy creates poverty, and these policies that they're making, like, you know, where like in some countries they want to ban the mass production of beef, and like a lot of these countries have revolted against it, and, you know, staged, like, you know, huge protests. And I'm not talking about like marching, I'm talking about getting tractors filled with manure and dumping them in certain places and stuff like that, where these, you know, corrupt individuals do their legislation. But there's no way that it's gonna fix itself. Like
No.
if you get these people in there, because like you're literally, with a stroke of her pen, that's a policy. It's because
With executive power.
It's written onto a magic napkin, and now it's law.
Yep.
So that's why I always say, when people are like, "Oh, that's illegal," well, is it immoral?
Yeah.
Morality, legality are not always on the same page. They're not even in the same book half the time.
No.
So,
Nope, not at all. All right, so continuing on this, though. So we're going to go back to our screen cap here. And this would be the next piece. So Tim Pool's defamation suit against Kamala, complicated by Russian influence allegations. So piggybacking off of what we just read on the last news piece, that seems to be the part of let's yell loud, because this guy said something. Now let's try to make it so whatever he said has no merit. Tim Pool's defamation suit against Kamala Harris, complicated by Russian influence allegations. So Tim Pool is currently suing Kamala for defamation while simultaneously facing scrutiny over alleged ties to Russian influence operations. Pool's lawsuit stems from a video clip posted by Kamala. The post claimed Pool supported jailing and executing Trump's opponents, linking him to controversial Project 25. Now, I just watched that video where he was talking. I didn't hear that he said
executing, no. A lot of these things that you're hearing from the left about people that call them out are projections. They're shit that they're doing,
Yep.
And then kind of like they're gaslighting you, like, oh, you're the one doing that. Clearly, you're the fucking one doing it,
Yep.
not the other side or the other people calling it out. But yeah, that doesn't add up. Like, he basically said, okay, dude, you're going to do this. I'm going to do everything within the legal system to hold you accountable to it. And then, oh, checkmate. There's that.
Yeah,
like,
that's the best way to go about it.
Wow.
So next one, still Tim, but Tim Pool's fans are convinced his threat to sue Kamala Harris prompted Russia propaganda indictments. Like I just said, I wasn't actually very aware of this whole situation. So as you hear me talking, I'm surmising for myself. I just said this, and I'm not a fan of him.
Right.
Literally
Right.
prompted this because I can yell loud, I can make a scene, and if I defamate him, then what he said doesn't actually hold any merit. So let's try to pull that back in. Yeah. Let's rope a narrative to fit me as the good guy.
Can you imagine if she gets in office and then you have YouTubers that come out and they say all these things that are against this, that, or the other thing, against the left? Like, they get taken down.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of these social media sites,
free speech.
Yeah, then, I mean, free speech exists. It's an inherited right from anybody, really, but it just depends who you're around, I suppose.
Yeah.
But like a lot of social media things or outlets are suppressing the ability to challenge something for being wrong, whether it be science or a politician on one side of the aisle. That'd be a way to, like, throw it down there.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we're going to take you off. Like, that's what they did with Alex Jones. Like, look at that. That dude got sued for saying some shit about a certain shooting, and then he owed millions upon millions upon millions of dollars, and I was just basically like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like, we'll make up charges and you will just get them.
Yeah, I mean, look, they took that exact video that we showed first, and now it's shared by Kamala HQ. So they want everybody to see the video.
Yeah.
It's not something that they're trying to hide or push down, but they're trying to get...
Pedro came out and started calling, like, Trump people Nazis and shit. Like, what's any different? Like, he was actually... Right. It was the popular thing to do at the time, and she ended up getting fucking fired.
Yep. Yeah, and I thought she was, outside of just an MMA career, I thought she was awesome in that role.
Yeah, yeah. Like, but yeah, if you're not lockstep, dude, and they'll try to take you off your platform or in jail you, or put you in jail, not in jail, but you know.
Yeah, swipe of the pen.
Swipe
of the pen. All right. Now this one, I'm going to switch back over. I don't actually know much about this.
Oh, that was actually, that wasn't even supposed to be brought up, but I watched a video on Facebook. It was a reel about the millionaires that got hit by a mysterious typhoon when their boat was anchored somewhere, and they were celebrating a party with it. Like, there was a bunch of they're high-tech people, and they ended up
hit by a typhoon. Gone.
Yeah. It's just awkward because of the other person that was with that person, I guess, was within a couple days' time, or maybe even the same day, I'm not sure, but was struck by a car while jogging and killed.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, there's ain't nobody safe. Dude.
Somebody told them, who's going to find you? An old man fishing. That's it.
Yeah, but like, it wasn't even like any storms or anything like that. So like, they could have been, I don't know, man.
Yep.
I don't remember what fucking it was a tech company that they owned, and I was just breezing through it, but in that video, the dude mentioned the Promise technology thing, and I don't have anything to share on that because I don't know much about it, but like they said, they tied it to a certain person that back.
Oh, I can't just search. On our site, we just created him a logo. We just created him his own essential vector art of himself, kind of like what we have in our beginnings. But his name is Dylan, but his streaming tag is Big Bad Brad, and we just created this pretty badass piece of clothing. So... our website, guys, if you wish to support us, is going to be streamlabs.com. And then it is their merch store. So it's Just the Tip 2024. Streamlabs.com/Just the Tip 2024 will take you straight to it. Plenty on there from anything that you would like, from dog dishes all the way to slides, to having this new handsome man right up on
your hoodie.
That's right. That's right. Let's take it back. So there are some other options too for that as well, but everything from tank tops, crop tops. One of the new shirts that we just put up that we did talk about last time, but I am a big fan of, is the Moist and Meaty. Moist and Meaty. Guys, too, if you would like to see anything particular or anything custom made, we have the ability to do such as well. But anything you do purchase off of here helps us continue to get this going, continue to get new things implemented into the stream. So we do appreciate you guys.
Played a little bit. Everybody else should be getting it. What was it? Yeah, they might be getting it tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow's release. The 9th.
Okay.
The 9th is the day they get it.
So Monday.
Monday. Okay. Haha, nerds. I got it first.
That's right.
But yeah, we can definitely do some streaming on that, and I'm going to try to get some of my homies to get this game so they can jump on the stream and play as well.
Heck yeah, because we can put everybody's voices and everything through Discord, so you'd hear everybody and the hilarity that's going to ensue when playing some games, but
yeah,
a lot less of a serious tone than what's going on in the world. And that's what we need sometimes. Is just
I know.
That little
it's
bit
just
of
the season for election bullshit. You hear the same shit every 2 and 4 years, more so every 4 years, and it's the same fucking conversations on repeat. But like, I would argue that this has gotten even more fucking insane because everything is out there on the internet, and you can sometimes you have to search a little harder. But like, it's there, and you could just see the inconsistencies and point them out, and the fact that people keep buying it hook, line, and sinker.
I can point them out with a swipe of my pen.
Yeah. The fuck.
Guys, we will be back next week, right about 1 o'clock for you for a stream. King might be doing some of the streaming in between, so make sure you stay tuned to that. But thank you guys for checking us out. We will be back Friday with some new content for you. So thank you for checking us out, guys. But that is all I got.
Does it taste like Jenna?
It still does not. Still disappointed?